The high-speed hitters are heating up at the right time, entering this matchup with a 5-1 record and riding a 2-game winning streak. Now on the other side of the court, the Galleries Tower high-risers, they're looking to stop a 2-game slide after suffering.
And the Galleries lost their last two, like you said, to Chocomucho and Creamline. But that was after they upset next.
Even in their losses against our league's toughest opponents. So do you see them playing with this sense of emergency, knowing that their margin for error now is getting smaller and smaller? The score is currently 2-1 with Malaluan on deck.
That's a good pass.
This is going to be a chance for the high-speed hitters and the likes of Reyes. What a save there by Galleries Tower high-risers. Now for Kiana D. Maizo Pontillas gets that. Erica tries.
Deloria turned back by Reyes and D.
Savvy Davison went up to block, so that pretty much left two blockers. Whoa!
Right at that campfire there for Savvy Davison. The past 2 games, their margin of error is getting smaller and smaller here on the side of Galleries.
A slide by Baron.
And that's going to be the second point.
It's very important for them to have this mindset of we're here to compete, we're in it to win it. So we have to fight for every point.
Deloria, well read by Reyes.
She knows how to use her upper body strength now, and she pushes it and wins that joust against Malaluan. Boy, she is piling up the points here, huh?
Coronel. Easy activation there by the middle. That's going to be the second point of Baliton.
Galleries, you need to run the middles, and that has been a good connection, no? Coronel and Baliton.
Arado will pop it up high for Savvy again.
Off the hand of Pontillas.
Off the hands of Pontillas. Now again, an early wake-up call coming from Coach Ayeng as they're pulling away here with a 6-point deficit against PLDT. And sabi nga, pinag-aralan naman nila.
Yeah, double substitution with Alcantara.
16 serving 22. Chance here for De Leon with that drop.
Like, put it in your mind that you're gonna move.
Can they gear it up? Take a look at this. That's going to be 3 consecutive points coming from Jean Assis. To the guidance of Aiza Maizo Pontillas. PLDT at set point. And again, that drop ball now coming from Alcantara, who has fresh legs for Coach Ralph. Definitely good. Shuffling of cards here for the last sequences of set number 1. And as easy as that, PLDT strengthening its hold in the set.
You gotta, if you're Coach Klein, you just want to hit everyone. Wake up, wake up!
Galleries Tower. Again, we're talking about that drop ball.
In the first set, they're kind of lax now. This is where you take advantage. This is where you try to push and pounce.
Cross-court kill.
We're talking about pouncing.
A bit sets, Savvy Davison will still get majority.
Deloria.
Deloria with that corner pocket.
They really emphasize on their defense, and at this point, it isn't just their strategy, it's their signature. Sabi nga ni Kath Arado, they take pride in making their opponents earn every single point.
We're tied at 6 here for set number 2. Kath will choose Malaluan again. Oh!
Quick reaction by Reyes.
And a quick answer coming from Mika Reyes.
Going down in the first set, you want to see a better fight back here in the second set.
See if they can continue this. Oh! Mika Reyes with 5 points already here. Just a 1-point game. Juju will choose Erica again. Gaff to Savvy. High cross.
Over the block.
They have to penetrate that net.
2-point game. Reverse set to Maizo. Answers back here for Galleries. Calf. That's technically battle of the playmakers with that last sequence. Unactivated yet again.
And they grab the lead.
Can they hold on to the lead? Davison drops it. Still not covered. Another wasted point. But we're gonna play on. Coronel.
Pascual.
Pascual.
Fajardo.
I mean, the block of PLDT will try to make them grab the lead or retake the lead. Case in point.
A quick shot by Reyes. Kim Fajardo serving.
And then you will see the impact of that service error from Galleries. Right? It's now a tied game.
Malaluan.
Galeries Tower did their best to protect their 3-point lead. Now the tables have turned yet again. Now PLDT is up by 1. Coronel throws it up high for Gale. Now Kiana D with a stronger attack down the line.
Reminders now from Coach Clarence Esteban.
21 serving 17. Coronel now to Aiza. And you're right, looking at the set 1 statistics, the blocks were 4-0.
Yeah.
Gotta ramp it up here. Coronel and the squad together with Maizo Pontillas with an attempted drop. Davison covered by Shola. Coronel will now choose Erica Deloria.
Oh, good save!
What a save. All over the floor here for Coronel. Long rally ahead. Now chance for Savvy to put it down.
Davison
Gets that
off
one
the
for the
block.
team as quickly as she could. Getting the game closer here. 24 serving 20. Will this be the final point? Who's on? Will choose Deloria. Cross. Still red here. Gonna be another chance here for Galleries to halt PLDT. And they do.
Serving for Galeries Tower.
That's a good serve.
De Leon.
No
Make that a
entry.
solid 3-0 run.
Constant
Erica.
little short reminders.
And we have so many more animated coaches also coming from the other teams. Davison firing it away
Davison
for
and
that
set.
finale
PLDT
for set
25,
number 2.
22.
Yeah, Galleries had a mini run there, but not able to come through to force at least a 4th set. Well, they're down 2 sets to none.
With still. Thank you so much, Kyla Kingsu, for hanging out with us here by the front line. Now, ball game continues here. Pascual scores there off the block for Galleries.
Tower.
They may have won some, they may have lost some, but we want to see the fight.
And again, they have
Assist
been
guarding
indeed
the net.
fighting back again. A stronger set 2 in the attacks. It was 16-16 for both PLDT and Galleries. Now again, just like what Noreen said, can they close it out now for their end game? Can they translate it, especially not just with their attacks? They can clean this in a sweep. So Galleries Tower continues to ramp it up together with that combination play. Fajardo. Now to Davison with that drop, still efficient and productive. 16 points already for Savvy here.
Then the service error. And then look at the charge again of PLDT. They're just down by 1. That's what we mean by learning how to protect your lead. The error.
Right, Noreen, you've been talking
Davison
about
turned
how
back by
impactful
assist.
their service
5-3.
errors have been. And Deloria and the squad put it back in their favor.
Pontillas
Aiza Maizo
scores
scores that one for the team. Much needed to redeem that net error.
Well, Galleries improving in different skills categories. Service and blocking.
Ball continues forth. Deloria for the 3rd time around. Saved by Malaluan. Savvy with that power. Unsavable by Coronel. That's going to be another hard-earned point coming from PLDT.
Kim Fajardo has always told me that they're thinking less about the ranks and numbers and more about building a rhythm, like stacking tiny wins into momentum that will push them all the way to the finish line. Confidence is our weapon. Even trailing in sets against stronger squads, they believe effort can flip the momentum, that grit can outmaneuver rankings. Like we say, it's a battle of character. Let's see how this plays out, Alexis and Noreen.
You know what? That's true coming from Kyla Kingsu, because grit can outmaneuver the rankings as of the moment. We're saying that Galleries Tower Even if PLDT has a better chance at entering the top 4 right away.
Coronel will go for those kills, you know. Good attempt, but yeah, just the execution.
And you see them, you hear them here if you're watching live on the Pilipinas Live app. They are shouting at each other, talking, communicating, and that is what we've been waiting for here on the side of Galleries. The Galleries Tower, of course, here, trying their best to recalibrate against PLDT because they were actually in the lead for the start of this set 3.
And again, the errors is what Coach Esteban did say. You know, you have to correct, minimize.
Former teammates, they know how to read each other's moves. Jardo Baron activated here thoroughly for these past few sequences. Kiana with that drop. Fajardo will set it up high for Savvy. Now more power and that high angle. Adjusted it.
Galleries has got to play at a certain level the entire set.
You're right.
PLDT will just take advantage if you lapse.
Can't just be a deadlock at the start of the set. Again, they had a run. A plug can be, a spark can be plugged here.
Serving.
Victoria. They can maneuver a run. So let's see with these next plays. The Agas. Single-handedly blocked there by
denied.
Yaya Reyes.
A lot of things for them to work on. You know, if you watch this game, I think it's more of their mindset first and foremost.
Put it up high for Victoria. More aggressive. It's needed. D gets that finale. Match point. And with that, we have our end of the game.